This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.
Okay, welcome to the City Council Ordinance Committee meeting of May 9th, 2023. We do not have any minutes to approve. If there's anybody from the public that would like to speak, now is the time, since seeing none. New business, we have none, but we do have continuing business, and let's just jump right into the request to amend City Ordinances Chapter 7, Classification and Pay Plan Exhibit A, adding the data collector at grade C. So I know that you all were here last time, and I think that we heard the reasoning for this. I don't know, Tom, if you had any further questions or...
I have one minor question, which is, how do you foresee, this is sort of a part-time position, but would there be a set schedule, or would it be something where it's a little bit flexible, or how are you envisioning that?
I mean, I feel like it'd be up to the assessor to work out with the staff member. I would imagine that would be these are the anticipated hours that we want you to work each week, and you can kind of, I'd imagine, form your own schedule as long as it's within business hours.
Right.
Yeah, we're flexible because we probably see someone who is a realtor or something like that doing this position, so it's kind of flexible around their current existing
And then if you have to make appointments with people, you might have to work around that.
Exactly. So, yeah, as long as they're meeting the 20 hours per week, I don't see why this couldn't be more fluid as far as hours go.
Good.
Cool. I feel like I have a pretty clear understanding of why this is needed and what you all are trying to accomplish. So I don't have a ton, but Councilor Gomez.
I don't have any question, but I just want to, for the record, I'm pretty sure the mayor included this position in the new budget.
Yes, she did. Yeah, it's already been budgeted for.
Yep. So I don't see any reason why we can't go ahead and make a motion to bring this to the full council and present it to the full council.
Sure. I would make that motion to recommend this amendment to the ordinance to full council.
Okay, I would second that. We have a motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
So
Thanks,
looks like it passed 2-0. So that was the quick one for you, because I know you guys came last time. So
That's okay, I don't mind.
Yeah. And now this brings us to electronic messaging centers.
Yeah.
Can I read you what I wrote?
Yeah, absolutely.
So last time I said that I would come with a municipal exemption.
Mm-hmm.
And I did some research, and it looks like we are 100% within our right to do that, as far as what I can find.
Okay.
What we're not allowed to do is exempt any zoning that is related to wetlands, churches, or educational facilities. So that's kind of it's Chapter 3, 64A. So what we can do is we can make an exemption for the municipality to place electronic messaging centers on municipal property. So here's what I wrote. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
For municipal properties, no sections of the EMC ordinance, which at that point I didn't have it right in front of me, so I said, which is, I'm going to reference the actual, oh my God, do I not have it? All right, so insert chapter section, shall apply. This includes all electronic messaging centers that are giving information that is relevant to city operations or being used to disseminate information about events or happenings in the city. Signs can be stationary or fixed, or mobile and movable. The end.
Sure.
So, and I don't know why I can't. I thought I had the chapter but I'm gonna look for this and see if I can figure it out, because obviously that would make more sense to have that in there. But right now I just have what I pulled out of the ordinance, which was not the chapter and section. I know there's. So let me see if I can find that, because I feel like that's something that's worth putting in there.
Mm-hmm.
and it's not even on the agenda. So
It's in the zoning, right?
it's in the zoning. Yeah. So Easthampton. Okay, it's gonna take me just a second. Now, as far as like what I wrote, I looked for examples, and from the research that I found, I could not find, because they're all buried in existing ordinances, and it was really hard for me to find any wording. So I
Right.
just came up with the wording.
I think that's. I mean,
So, yeah, so and we could say, no sections of we could like wordsmith it a little bit, like no sections of the electronic messaging center ordinance shall apply for municipal properties. Because I said for municipal properties, no sections of the EMC ordinance shall apply.
well, here's one question about that though. Is imagine if there's a case where we have like a construction project in the most high profile place that takes place. One of those electronic messaging signs
Yep.
is on someone's private property, and they've given us permission to do so
So maybe just say for municipal uses.
for municipal uses.
So
Yeah.
like we could
This
definitely-
shall not apply to municipal use
Right.
of electronic messaging.
Yeah. No, I think that's fine. So let me see if pull up this so we can pull out the chapter and section, and then I'll add that. So, now this so this is zoning, which is I don't think that we sent this to the planning board yet.
Well, then we're gonna need to.
We're gonna need to, yeah. So we need to do that. So once I get this wordsmithed,
Yeah.
I'll send to Jeff, and then what we'll do is I'll move at our next meeting to send it to the planning board and back to us.
Yeah, and in that, particularly with that in mind, I think I'm very in favor of the idea of adding a simple 1 to 2 sentence municipal exemption that we can move quickly to bring the city into compliance with its own rules.
Yeah.
And then if we want to have a broader conversation about are these
Right.
even the rules that we want to have,
Yeah.
we could perhaps have that in the context of a broader conversation about the sign ordinance in general.
Right.
But at the very least, there's something to me somewhat distasteful about just knowing that we're breaking our own rules.
Yeah.
So, and given that this is going to require us voting here tonight, and then I believe, do we need a vote of the city council to send it to the planning board? Or, I'm trying to remember.
yeah.
It's been like a year since.
Yeah,
we've
we
done
do.
this. So then we're going to need to vote, and then there's going to be another meeting. So minimum, we're not holding a public hearing on this for a month. What's that?
Going into July, because
Yeah.
I think we only have one meeting.
Right. And
Yeah.
well, and we have to do a joint public hearing within 64 days.
Yeah. So joint public hearing, and then it just feels to me like we should just do the simplest thing. So
Yeah, oh,
that we
yeah,
can
absolutely.
Just get this rolling.
All right. So this is section 10. 10 point. I'm gonna just put this in here. So. Section X. And then it is under 10.03. It's part of the sign ordinance.
Mhm.
Let's just get this. Okay. So 10.03M. Oh, 10.04M. 10.04M. Okay. Yeah. So that puts us under, and I think what we'll do is we'll just put it as, there's 4, 5, 6. We'll put it as number 7 because there's 6, and this is like number 7. Okay. So now, so no. So I'm gonna say, oops. What did that just do? I'm gonna say no sections of section X 10.04 of the sign ordinance. Oh, maybe I should just say zoning ordinance. Pertaining to electronic messaging center shall apply to municipal uses.
Sure.
Okay. This includes all electronic messaging centers that are. Do you think I even need to say this?
No.
Okay.
I think that's fine.
I think it's fine too. But I think signs can be stationary, fixed, or mobile and movable. I think makes sense because there's other parts of the sign ordinance that prevents those movable signs.
Okay, so say for municipal use, signs can be
Yeah.
stationary, fixed.
Yep. Yep. And then just say, all right, so no sections of section 10.04 of the zoning ordinance pertaining to electronic messaging centers shall apply to municipal properties or for municipal uses. I think that would cover what you were talking about, right? Apply to municipal property. Because if, you know what would make a lot of sense is for the public safety to have one of these, right? So
Sure.
They could put messages up around about community events, and I mean it's
It wouldn't hurt for us to have one.
It wouldn't hurt for us to have one, right?
Just right on the
right
corner,
here.
and you could say,
hey, parking here.
Say, City Hall hiring.
Yeah.
Hiring,
Yeah, data
DPW
collector.
hiring.
Data collector. Hey. Or for. Okay. This exemption applies to this. And you know what? I think Omar. I think we should probably send this to Mark. I mean, it's so easy. It's a one sentence, but just for him to just take a look at.
Should we wait until the planning board review it?
I mean, I think probably is. I think as soon as possible, because if we can go to the planning board with his hey, this is fine, or you need to add this, that would be helpful probably for the deliberations with the planning board.
Okay.
I think that would be good. I mean, this is literally going to be not even 2 sentences.
I just can't see how, it's not illegal to not have sign restrictions, so I don't know
Yeah,
why
right.
this would trigger any sort of problem with the lawyer.
Stationary, fixed, or mobile and movable. Okay, so let's put it into legalese. No provisions of section 10-10.04 of the zoning ordinance pertaining to electronic messaging centers shall apply to municipal property or for municipal uses. This will apply to signs that are stationary, fixed, or mobile and movable. This exemption will apply.
Shall.
This exemption shall.
We like shall.
Shall apply to signs that are stationary. Okay.
Good evening.
Hey,
Chief.
how's it going? Okay. So what do you think about this? Ready? No provisions of section 10.04 of the zoning ordinance pertaining to electronic messaging centers shall apply to municipal property or for municipal uses. This exemption shall apply to signs that are stationary, fixed, or mobile and movable.
Perfect. Yeah, that's
Easy.
also.
Easy, just enough legalese in
Right?
there.
There we go. All right, so good. Omar, I'm going to send this to you. And maybe you can send it to Mark if you. So if he's. And Tom, I'll send it to you too.
Great.
But we could probably just vote on that now, right?
Let's vote on it. Let's make
Yeah.
a motion to send it to the full council
All right,
and to the planning
move
board.
To send this amendment to the electronic messaging center, or part of the zoning, to, I don't have it in front of me the name, you know which one I mean, to the city council and to the planning board for a joint public hearing.
I will second sending section 10.10.04 to the full council.
That one.
And all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, good. We got rid of that one. Let me go back and we. Now what is going on here? Why don't I see? Did we already send yours to the council?
You did. That's why.
You did, and then you like brought it back to ordinance. We're really confused.
You did?
No, you sent it to the council.
Yes, but you.
We
And
have
then it
to-
was
before
on
this
here
meeting,
again.
You asked if she was going to be here because
And I think it's on the
We have a
agenda for
different
tonight too.
Or,
And I
we have
didn't-
the other thing.
and I didn't-
the,
I didn't know about this meeting because my understanding was you guys absolutely voted to send it
Yeah.
to the council.
oh really?
I thought we did.
Oh yeah, yeah. You guys took a
So we
vote.
get confused
What-
because when we start the meeting, you asked for him.
Yeah,
I did?
you took a
Yeah.
vote.
Well,
on-
and
Another
at
thing-
city council last week, didn't you guys like
the,
say that it was future discussion
Did that
and
go
ordinance
public
committee or
safety?
something?
The one's
I
public
don't
safety.
know.
No, I think it could. I don't think.
what's it called?
I feel like there's something that is on our agenda, but it's not on this agenda. Did we get something last time? How am I not remember? I spent too much time in Puerto Rico.
I
Look at the agenda.
I thought there was. And my understanding was it wasn't going to make the very next council meeting because it was like the next night. I thought so. It had to do
Yeah.
one
So we're
second.
gonna set the public hearing for the.
Yeah, because it's on this
I have my
agenda
notes
today.
Yeah.
So it was like
Yeah, it's on the
The
agenda for this
LED,
meeting.
yeah,
but I
then
was
it
like,
was
I
traffic
could've sworn we
control
voted that out.
officer
Yeah, you already did.
and
You
my
voted it.
thing.
That's why I wasn't here.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh well, hey. So did he show you the picture of the guy that was out front doing like some sort of?
I saw it.
Was he? Yeah, he's pointing an antenna at the building
Yeah.
on a laptop.
For what?
Hacking us?
Stealing the Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
You know, we are.
Stealing Wi-Fi.
We
He could have
we're
her
still
stuff
Yeah, I
for
don't know what he's talking.
Oh yeah. I mean,
yeah.
it's true. It could be. He could be fully hacking. I mean, that happens. I think, right?
I can tell you, speaking to the traffic control, we have 19 detailed jobs tomorrow that are open and we cannot fill.
How many?
19?
Oh well, I guess.
I mean, the
Oh,
entire-
how much are you paying? I'll do it.
Yeah. Well, we gotta pass this
The-
first.
You can't. My
the
charter.
entire city is one big construction zone.
Yeah. So is Northampton too. So, well, yeah. So I don't think you necessarily need to be here then, because if we did get something new, it's not on our agenda.
My fault because we get confused because.
No, it's okay.
I take him.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wasn't there something at the?
We like to see you anyway.
I like to be seen.
He's like, I don't want to be here right now.
No, I don't mind. I just got home from work. It's all good.
I'm looking right now to see if I can find something, but Bob, I think you're off the hook.
Yeah, you guys
honestly.
definitely voted. You voted on that, and you voted on.
No, mine was tonight.
Oh, yeah,
the
yours
data
was tonight.
collector.
That's right.
Yeah.
But you voted on something else.
They voted.
There were
what
two
else
things
did
you
they-
voted
Yeah,
on.
Wait,
they
section-
talked about the signs, but they voted on the TCO. That's the only thing I remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it was a robust conversation about the signs.
Yep.
Yes, very robust.
And I think. Let me just look at my agenda again. 6.23. Oh, yeah. The only thing that's not on our agenda is the CPC thing that, because that's at the solicitor.
Yeah.
So
No,
so-
it's not anymore there. I sent you an email like an hour ago.
what? I didn't see that. Well, it's not on our agenda, so we can't
It's
talk
not
about
the
it.
agenda,
anyway.
but it's back.
So
Okay.
then, are we?
We are good to go. Yeah.
Okay.
I would.
I just
Say
need a
Richard.
recommendation.
I second
It's the
that.
quickest
All those in favor?
ordinance committee.
Aye. All right. Meeting adjourned. 6:20.
This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.